Entonces vamos a ver. Muy buenas noches, queridos amigos. Aquí es Carmen Zelaya, de Overseas Frontiers, y estoy aquí hoy con nuestro invitado especial, Bashar Ansari, de York University, de la School of Continuing Studies, que nos va a hablar sobre los cursos, los programas de postgraduation que la universidad ofrece. Y bueno, para los que no me conocen, yo quería decirles que al final de la presentación que Bashar va a dar, les voy a hablar un poquito sobre lo que Overseas Frontiers puede hacer por ustedes, ¿no? Overseas Frontiers los va a ayudar con las matrículas y con consulta gratuita. Así que le voy a dar la palabra a Bashar para que continúe con la presentación y voy a ayudar con la traducción. Okay, Bashar, thank you for coming. Thank you for attending our invitation. And please go ahead with your presentation and I will help with the translation.
Thank you very much, Carmen. Thank you everyone for joining us today. My name is Bashar and I'm the manager recruitment for York University School of Continuing Education. Today, I'll be talking to you guys about York University in general, and then I will talk to you more about studying in Canada, in Toronto, at York University, and more importantly, tell you guys more about our postgraduate certificate programs that seem to be in quite a high demand amongst international students for a number of different reasons. So I'm going to start off my presentation by giving you a brief introduction about York University and certain other things. This is going to be today's agenda. So we'll cover the items that I've just mentioned about. I'll also tell you about student services and some of the things that differentiate us from other colleges and institutions based in Toronto and in Canada. Okay, so let's start off with the introduction of York University. York University is a public research university which was established in the year 1959. We are one of Canada's largest universities. In fact, we are Canada's third largest university at the moment. We have just under 60,000 students studying across 2 campuses in Toronto. Now, the York University is based in the city of Toronto. And if you know Toronto, you might know that we have the city of Toronto and then we have the greater Toronto areas, which are the surrounding neighborhoods that are called greater Toronto areas. So York University is actually based in the city of Toronto, the main city of Toronto in the Keel area. The School of Continuing Education, where students will come and study these postgraduate certificate programs or our English language programs, this is going to be on the Keel campus. Now, Keel is the larger one of our 2 campuses. We have more than 50,000 students studying on the Keel campus. And Keel campus is based in the Keel region in the city of Toronto. I'm going to be playing a small video for you guys. By the way, if you can see the screen, you'll see this nice image of the campus and you see this spaceship-like building, which is actually the train station that we have on campus. And this is just one part of our campus. This is not the full campus. So the campus is very, very big. It has a mall inside, it has gym, it has sporting facilities, it has a tube station, it has restaurants, a post office, it has banks inside, residents inside. So it's like a city within a city. It's a very, very big campus and very nice to experience for students. So let me play this video.
Okay, can I just translate a little bit what you said, just really short? Esta es una parte de la universidad que ustedes están viendo en esta foto, donde él va a poner el vídeo. Y aquí también ustedes van a encontrar la entrada para el subway, para el metro. Además de eso, tienes en el campus, que es muy grande, que tienen más de 15,000 estudiantes en esta universidad. Es una de las más grandes universidades de Canadá. Ellos también poseen supermercado, mall, ¿no? O sea, pequeñas tiendas y todo esto dentro del propio campus. Entonces no necesitan salir para buscar comida y nada de eso, porque dentro del campus encuentran todo. Entonces, creo que eso era el resumen de lo que podría decir sobre la introducción que Bashar está dando. Thank you, Bashar. You can go ahead with the video.
Thank you, Carmen. So I'm just going to play this video, and the video is actually shooted at the York University's Keel campus. So whatever images and buildings and facilities you'll see in this video are all from the Keel campus. And this is the campus where the students will be studying. So I hope the students, after they watch this video, they'll get a little bit of an idea of what it's like becoming a student here at York University. Would you like to translate that, Carmen, or would you like me to play the video first?
Just play the video, just.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll play the video. Please watch and enjoy. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you've seen some of the images from the campus, some of our students. York University is quite popular amongst international students, and you can probably tell that from the fact that we have 10,000 plus international students currently studying at York. And that's quite a large number of students, as you may imagine. And overall, we are a very big university anyway. So I'm sure that students would appreciate the fact that it's very multicultural because we have many international students from all around the world.
Sí, hay más de 10,000 estudiantes internacionales en esta universidad de todas partes del mundo.
Sorry, go ahead, Carmen, sorry.
No, I said that. It's okay. Yeah, I did already.
Okay, so I have another quick video, and this is about in-person learning on campus. As most of the students here would be aware that in Canada, you know, until last year, because of COVID, most of the programs were being offered online and people were not able to study on campus. The good news now is that we are offering programs on campus. So any programs that your students will take from September onwards, let's say, will be delivered on campus in person. And that is, of course, a very good experience. So we are looking forward to welcoming students on campus to come and study our programs at the Keel campus. And I have a small video that I'm going to play, and it's just about in-person learning at York University.
Exacto, para los estudiantes que vienen a estudiar en persona, este video.
We all know how much the world has changed since we were last on campus. Our community has come together to inspire, innovate, and write the future. But we've also picked up some pretty questionable habits over the past year that may be hard to shake. Like our style choices, our social cues.
So, ready for class? I think you're on mute.
My bad.
And our ability to disguise ourselves. For those of us who are continuing to learn online this semester, we recommend breaking this habit sooner rather than later. So whether you're joining us from our campuses,
Or from the comfort of your own home,
or a little bit of both,
we welcome you to the York community. We are better together.
Okay, so we have a slogan at York University, which is "We are better together." And this is all about in-person learning and about interaction with other students. And we think that is an extremely important part of an international student's learning experience. And we are very much looking forward to welcoming new international students from Latin America, from Peru, from some of the other markets to come and study with us here at York University.
Perfecto, el eslogan "We are better together" es para simplemente decirles que es bueno, es mejor estar todos juntos, ¿no? Por eso es que de todas partes del mundo vienen estudiantes internacionales a esta universidad y realmente es una de las cosas muy buenas, el multiculturalismo y tener esa oportunidad. Thank you, Bashar.
So now I wanted to tell you a little bit about the subway station at York University. This picture that you see is actually the train station we have on campus. And the reason why I have a particular slide on this is because I understand how important this is for international students, because some of you might be living near the campus. Some of you will be living half an hour, 1 hour far from the campus. So you need to make sure that in terms of commuting, reaching the campus, you have all the resources available. So the great part is that no matter where you live in the Greater Toronto area or within Toronto, it's very easy to reach the campus, because if you get this train, you will come straight to the York University's train station on campus. And the building where you will be studying is only a few minutes walk from this campus. So just wanted to let students know more about this as well.
Sí, aquí está la foto de la estación de subway, o sea, de tren, de metro, que la universidad tiene dentro del campus. Entonces, a 5 minutos o a walking distance de los edificios de la universidad, ustedes van a poder coger su subway y tal vez en 30 minutos lleguen al centro de Toronto, ¿no? Al downtown, o a cualquier lugar donde ustedes puedan querer ir a vivir. Thank you.
Okay, so now we are ready to talk about the School of Continuing Education, which is the department that I work for at York University. First of all, I just want to clarify that York University School of Continuing Education is a part of York University. So the certificate of award or the final award certificate that you get after you complete your certificate qualification with us, you will be getting a York University certification, just like any other York student. Now, the School of Continuing Education, I'll let you translate and then I'll go ahead,
Yeah, School of Continuing Education hace parte de la universidad, y todos los certificados que ustedes vayan a recibir, tanto de idioma como de los programas que esta escuela ofrece, van a salir con el nombre de la York University. Así que no se preocupen con eso. Thank you, Bashar.
So the School of Continuing Education department was founded in the year 2015, and we are one of Canada's fastest growing continuing education providers. And I say this because you will probably see the suite of our programs, what we offer. And I just want to make sure that students here, people that are in this session, will understand what continuing education is. So when we talk about continuing education, we are referring to people that already have undergraduate degrees and are looking for further progression or growing more in terms of their own careers right now. So what are the type of people that take these programs? Number one, it could be someone who's already got a bachelor degree and just completed the degree and now just looking for a higher qualification. Number two, it's someone who wants to change their field. For example, you've done a degree in marketing, but you think that you wanted to do human resources. So now you come and do a postgraduate certificate in human resource management. Number three, you could be someone that has already got a degree. Let's say you're already working as a marketing manager somewhere, but you want to progress further in your career. You want to move to a senior position. You want to learn more about your field. Those type of people are also very good fit for continuing education.
Ya, estos programas que vamos a comenzar a hablar son para los que ya son graduados. Generalmente pueden ser los que ya tienen alguna experiencia profesional o que han terminado su universidad y bueno, nos están queriendo de repente especializarse en algo, o que estén trabajando, por ejemplo, en marketing y quieran ahora hacer Human Resources o algún otro programa, o que ya tengan experiencia profesional suficiente y quieran especializarse en management. Entonces, estos programas son para este tipo de profesional y recién graduados de la universidad. Thank you.
And I would also like to tell students that these programs are excellent if you are someone that is looking to immigrate to Canada also, for example, because number one, let's say you are going to be looking to get into a profession that is in demand in Canada, because when you talk about immigration, when you apply, you need to be in a certain category in terms of employment. The good thing is York University School of Continuing Education offers programs in the fields that are in high demand in terms of employment in Ontario. For example, you see blockchain, for example, you see cybersecurity, you see human resources, you see digital and content marketing. All of these fields are in high demand, meaning that after completing this certification, your chances of employment are slightly higher because there are many jobs available in these fields in Toronto.
Sí, lo bueno que estos programas que les vamos a hablar hoy son programas que están en alta demanda, y esto les va a ayudar bastante con la inmigración en el futuro, si están con intenciones de inmigrar, porque son programas que ofrecen buenos empleos y buenas oportunidades de trabajo, ¿no? Porque está en alta demanda. Entonces vale la pena, porque son programas que son, por ejemplo, que están en alta demanda porque son de tecnología avanzada, como cybersecurity o como digital media o como web content, o bueno, todos estos programas que blockchain o programas así que están en alta demanda. Go ahead.
Thank you. So this picture that you see on this slide is actually the new science, the new building for the School of Continuing Education, this new twisted building. And as you can see, it's a very interesting looking building. It's little twisted, and it's a purpose-built building which is designed to suit the needs of our students and our staff. So this is a brand new building which will be launched hopefully in September. So if you are looking to join us from January or anywhere in the next year, you will be studying in this building at York University. It's a really nice area and surroundings, so I'm sure you'll enjoy your studies here.
Ya, este edificio que ustedes están viendo en la foto es el edificio que está siendo inaugurado ahora este año, en septiembre. Para los que comiencen en enero o este año, ya van a poder estudiar en este campus.
Thank you. Lastly, the School of Continuing Education has two parts. One is the continuing education, which is the postgraduate certificates. And the other part is the English Language Institute. So today we will focus more on the certificate programs, but I just want to let you know, we also have English language programs if there are students that want to do and study some English and improve it before joining their certificate program.
Aquí también ustedes pueden hacer sus cursos de inglés si es que ustedes lo desean también. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so let's jump straight in and see what programs we offer. So we have 8 full-time postgraduate certificate programs at the moment that we offer for international students. And all of the programs that we offer are offered in high demand career areas such as business or IT, information technology. Now, I think, I'm not sure if the students are aware, but Toronto is actually called the hub of IT in North America. And what that means is there's a lot of IT companies based in Toronto that are always looking for people in different fields, and IT professionals are in high demand in Toronto. Also, Toronto being the largest city is also a financial hub of Canada. which means that in the business area, there are many opportunities available for students. So I'll just quickly tell you the names of the programs that we offer, and then I will tell you more about each program separately as well.
Sí, aquí tenemos la lista de los programas que son los que ofrecemos para posgrado y está en alta demanda. Así que ahora él va a explicar uno por uno, ¿ok? Más adelante. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. So we have a certificate in business administration, and of course we all know that business is one of the most sought after programs, and like there's many people interested in studying business administration. So we have a program in business. We have human resource management, again a very popular area in Canada. We have accounting, and we also have advanced professional accounting. So there are two accounting programs. The first one is a basic accounting program, which is designed for people with no accounting experience or knowledge. And then the second program, which is the advanced professional accounting, is designed more for people that already have a business or an accounting or a finance degree, for example. And then we have content and digital marketing. This is becoming the most popular program at York University. We are getting many applications for this program because there are only like 2 or 3 universities that I know of that offer a program in content or digital marketing, and we are one of them. So you will not find this option in a lot of places. Then we have public relations, and then we have the 2 IT programs for people that have a computer science or a related degree. And these programs are backend and blockchain development and cybersecurity operations.
Perfecto. Bueno, aquí nos han hablado un poco de cada programa. Quería también recomendarles que los programas estos programas en realidad están en demanda porque las más grandes empresas en Canadá se encuentran en Toronto. Entonces, Toronto tiene necesidad de encontrar profesionales bien calificados en estas áreas. Entonces, ustedes van a tener esa oportunidad. Y aquí están las fechas de inicio de cada programa. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the key highlights about our postgraduate certificates. And this is a very important slide because I'm sure a lot of students here, when they're exploring programs, they are looking at colleges, they're looking at other universities. So what is so different about York University? Number one, I would say the most important factor is the fact that York is Canada's 3rd largest university. So you will get to study a certificate program at one of Canada's largest and one of the best universities in Canada. And the tuition fees for our program is actually even lower than the colleges in Toronto. Now, this is a very important point because if I tell or ask students that, okay, one side you have an option of paying $15,000 and going to a college, you have an option of paying $17,000 and going to a college, and on the other hand, you have an option of paying less, $15,000 and going to a university. It's very obvious that students would probably go for a university because they're paying less and getting a full university experience. So that is an important point for students to note.
Okay, sí, una de las cosas importantes para que ustedes entiendan que el programa de un año de postgraduation de esta universidad, de York University, comparado con el precio que los colleges ofrecen aquí en Canadá, está bastante competitivo porque un programa de estos está prácticamente al precio de lo que cobran un college. Y en realidad el que tiene más peso, más valor académico es el de la Universidad York University, especialmente porque es una de las universidades más rankeadas en Canadá y una de las más grandes. Okay, thank you, Bashar.
So that is definitely one of the most important points. The second point that all students want to know is about postgraduate work permit. So all of our certificate programs are eligible for a postgraduate work permit after you complete the programs. So sometimes I know that students prefer to do, let's say, a 2-year program because they're looking to get a longer duration of work permit, let's say up to 3 years. Now, although our programs currently are only 1 year, there is an option for the students to take 2 certificates back to back. So you complete one and then you take another one. For example, you complete the business administration certificate, and after that you do digital marketing, or you do human resources or public relations or anything else. And when you complete 2 programs, that is a 2 academic year duration, which means that you are eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years.
Exacto. Entonces, solo para dejarles claro que con estos programas de posgrado, que es de 1 año, 8 meses mínimo, ustedes van a poder aplicar para el Postgraduation Work Permit. Pero si cogen 2 programas, hacen uno el primer año y el segundo programa lo hacen en el segundo año, ustedes pueden ganar un Postgraduation Work Permit de 3 años. Porque cuando haces un programa de 2 años académicos, tienes derecho a 3 años de permiso de trabajo al graduarte. Entonces, esto les sirve, hacer 2 programas de posgrado, les va a servir para ganar esos 3 años de Postgraduation Work Permit, ¿ok? Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. The other very important difference between us and one of the highlights is the fact that we only need an English language score of an IELTS 6.0 overall or equivalent for most of our certificate programs at postgraduate level. Now, if you're looking at other institutions, you will notice that most colleges even and universities will ask for 6.5 band in IELTS for a postgraduate certificate or diploma. We ask for a 6.0, which means that the proficiency requirement is lower, and it works well for a lot of students in Latin America that might have a lower proficiency English language score. And we also accept other language tests like Duolingo and TOEFL or PTE or some of these other approved English tests.
Okay, en esta universidad ustedes pueden aplicar con 6.0 en IELTS o un Duolingo de 110, me imagino, que es lo equivalente, o entonces un TOEFL, pero no es muy alto lo que ellos exigen, entonces eso es una grande ventaja también. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. The other very important fact is we have 3 intakes every year. So we have January, we have May, and we have September, which means that there's a lot of flexibility. So if your students will miss one intake, they can always defer to the next intake. And then if they miss May, they can go for September. So there is a lot of flexibility as well in the programs.
Perfecto. Sí, los programas aquí que ustedes ven pueden comenzar 3 veces al año. Y también les podemos hacer el defer para el siguiente intake si no lo consiguen, si no consiguen coger el primer term que ustedes estaban planeando. Hay bastante flexibilidad, eso es muy bueno. Okay, thank you, Bashar.
The last point is about the duration of the program, which I guess I have already mentioned. So our programs, each certificate is 1 academic year or 2 semesters. So the students, if you complete 1 certificate with us, you are eligible for a postgraduate work permit of up to 1 year. And then if you do 2 certificates back to back, then you could be eligible for a postgraduate work permit of up to 3 years.
Ya, y si ustedes hacen 2 postgraduations, ustedes pueden ser elegibles para 3 años de postgraduation work permit. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now let's talk about each program individually as well. So I'll tell you a little bit about each program. Let's start from business administration. The main highlight in the business program is the project management course. I know that project management is very popular amongst international students. Even though we don't have a major in project management, but we offer project management inside the business administration program. So if the students complete a program with us, they will study project management, and the project management course also meets the training requirement for the PMP designation. I don't know if people here know about PMP, but if you're a project manager, most of the employers will ask you to have this PMP designation. It's very important, and it will really help you with your job prospects in the future. So this is definitely a key highlight for the students, because not only will you learn subjects like business and human resources and marketing, etc., operations, but you will also do project management within course, which is a very useful thing. I also wanted to tell you that usually people that have the PMP designation in the US or in North America would be earning a 25% higher salary than those people that don't have a PMP. So having a PMP designation is definitely going to make a difference in terms of employment and seeking job opportunities.
Ok. Business Administration es un programa que les ofrece a ustedes una designación profesional internacional en Project Management, en PMI, que es muy conocida en el mundo entero. Entonces, esta es la gran ventaja, ¿no? De hacer este programa de Business Administration de UANA. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. And then in this program, we also have a final capstone course where students will be able to get some hands-on experience using an online simulation software. So this program also has a capstone project in the end for every student, which is another highlight of the business administration program.
Okay, este programa no solamente ofrece el PMI o PMP,
PMP.
certification, pero también les ofrece programas de simulación de softwares para como proyecto final, capstone, final capstone. Okay.
Okay, human resource is the second program I would like to tell you about. Before I tell you anything, I should also tell you that HR is a high demand area in Toronto, in fact, in Canada overall. And even if you look at the skilled category, the list, you'll see that HR professionals, in terms of immigration, there are possibilities for HR professionals to immigrate to Canada as well. So it's something that will really benefit people that are even looking to eventually immigrate to Canada. Now, just like the project management professional PMP designation in the business program, we also have a professional designation that you can work towards in the human resource program. So this designation is called CHRP, Certified Human Resource Professional. And again, if you are a professional looking for good HR jobs in Canada, then your employer will ask for this designation. So the great part, sorry, I'll let you, yeah. Okay, so basically the postgraduate certificate that we offer is recognized by the Human Resource Professional Association. And this association is basically like the body that does everything for HR professionals in Canada. And our program meets the coursework requirements for the CHRP designation, which means that you'll be able to work towards getting CHRP designation on your CV. And this will definitely make a lot of difference in your employment.
Exacto. Bueno, los que deseen hacer este Human Resources Management va a ganar también una certificación internacional o una designación internacional de Human Resources Professional, el HRPA. Y bueno, esto es una de las grandes ventajas de hacer programas con York University, que ellos pueden darte esa certificación para los que son profesionales en el área de Human Resources y quieren aplicar ese conocimiento no solamente en su país, sino aquí en Canadá también. Van a necesitar esa certificación. Thank you, Bashar.
Okay. The next program is Content and Digital Marketing. Now, this is a very, very good program for international students for a number of different reasons. Number one, as we all know, this is a digital field. So we see so many things happening on digital media, and there's so much demand for digital marketing and stuff these days. So this is an excellent program to take. And also this program you will not find in a lot of universities in Canada. There are very few institutions that offer this program, and we are one of them. In fact, we might be one of the only 2 or 3 universities that offer it. Most of the times you might find some colleges that offer this program, but there won't be many universities. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, in this program, you will actually learn a lot of technical skills as well, such as search engine optimization, search engine marketing, pay-per-click advertising, customer relationship management. All of this technical stuff you will also learn in addition to the usual web analytics and, you know, like the core areas such as marketing strategy, copywriting, and all of that.
Perfecto. Sí, este programa de Digital Marketing está en alta demanda y ustedes aquí lo van a encontrar en muy poquitas universidades en Canadá. York University es una de las que lo ofrecen, de las pocas que lo ofrecen, y es bastante práctico. Entonces ustedes van a poder ver SEO, Search Engineer Marketing, Search Engineer Optimization, CRM, PPC, pay-per-click, ¿no? Y varias cosas que son esenciales para quien es profesional en el área de digital marketing que está en altísima demanda. Thank you, Bashar.
Excellent. So one other thing I want to show you is about the employment opportunities again. So as you see here, digital marketing jobs have grown by 164% in the Greater Toronto area. And again, this shows you that there's a lot of demand for people in this profession. So in terms of job opportunities, there are many jobs available. Secondly, another very important thing is that in our program, we also have content marketing. So it's actually content and digital marketing. Now, if you look at the statistics, you will see that people that have content marketing skills will usually earn around $10,000 more on average as compared to other traditional marketing jobs. So again, by coming into this program and learning both content and digital marketing, you are increasing your salary opportunities and opportunities in terms of getting a better salary job after you complete the program.
Ok, para quien es del área de marketing, ustedes van a ver que en Toronto, en Canadá, ha aumentado bastante la demanda, especialmente en Toronto, a 164%, la demanda de profesionales en esta área. Y además, a quien adiciona también la parte de content o de contenido en el marketing digital, también van a encontrar que hay una alta demanda en este tipo de profesionales y sus salarios van a tener $10,000 más que cualquier otro salario profesional en el área de marketing, solo por tener el conocimiento en el área de contenido y de digital marketing juntos, ¿no? Entonces, es un excelente programa. Thank you, Bashar.
No problem. So the next 2 programs I'll talk about is the accounting programs. Now, just like you might have already seen business administration with project management and human resource with CPHR, most of our programs have some sort of an association with professional bodies, which is very important for graduate level students. So our accounting programs are actually designed to prepare students for the CPA designation in Canada, which is the Chartered Professional Accountants in Canada. Now, CPA is equivalent to a chartered accountant in any country, for example. So I don't know about Latin America, but like in different regions, we call them chartered accountants, not CPAs, but it's the same as a chartered accountant in your countries. So if you're looking to progress in the accounting field, and if you're looking for a more advanced qualification, then this would be a very good start for you. Now, if you don't want to do a CPA and you just want to do the certificates, that is also absolutely fine. So you can still do an accounting certificate or an advanced accounting certificate and still get a job in the accounting field. However, this program is good in the sense that it will also prepare you for the CPA qualification in case this is something you wanted to do in the future.
Sí, lo bueno de este programa para los contadores, ¿no? Y que tienen aspiraciones de trabajar como contador aquí en Canadá, o en su país, porque te pueden dar una certificación que se puede reconocer internacionalmente. Entonces, el CPA es la certificación para los profesionales en accounting en Canadá. Y con York University ustedes pueden hacer dos cosas. Pueden hacer el certificado de 1 año y además el Postgraduation de Advanced Professional in Accounting, o sea, un avanzado de accounting, o sea, una especialización más avanzada, que es el camino para conseguir la certificación de CPA más adelante, porque te prepara para que puedas llegar a conseguir la certificación. Claro que tienes que pasar unas pruebas, ¿no? Unos exámenes para eso, pero este programa, el Advanced Professional Accounting, te va a preparar para eso. Y con el certificado ya podrías trabajar en el área de accounting también, pero no ser CPA. El CPA es solo quien pasa la prueba y que tiene esa preparación para eso. Entonces, al quien es contador, pues le conviene hacer estos dos programas aquí en Canadá. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. And I just want to also tell students again that these are 2 certificates, right? We have a certificate in accounting, the basic one, and then we have the advanced accounting certificate. So advanced accounting is the right option if you have a degree already in business or accounting or finance. And if you're from a different field, for example, let's say you studied medicine or you studied engineering or you studied something else, sciences, and now you're looking to change your career and come into accounting, then the basic certificate in accounting would be the right option for you because it's designed for people with little or no experience in accounting.
Ok, es bueno que se clarifique esa parte también que Bashar está comentando. Entonces, el programa de certificado puede ser para profesionales de cualquier área que no sean realmente accounting, que no sean contadores, que quieran tener un conocimiento de contabilidad. Ese es el certificado. Y el Postgraduation Advanced Professional Accounting es para quien ya es profesional en esa área y que tenga un degree en eso, ¿no? Entonces, esto ya te prepara para trabajar como accounting profesionalmente en Canadá. Además de eso, es camino andado, una parte del camino andado para conseguir tu CPA.
Thank you. Sir. Okay, so the next program is public relations. I think most people from the name, they will know what this program is about. So this is very relevant for people that have a communications background, or if you have a public relation background, or mass communication, or maybe even marketing background, for example, this could be a relevant program for you. The main highlight about this program is that we have an 8 weeks or 2 months work placement at a local organization. After the students complete all of their courses, they will do an 8 weeks or 2 months work placement with a local company in Canada. So you get an opportunity to work with a local employer for 2 months after completing the program. By the way, this work placement is optional. So if the student does not want to take it, it's not compulsory. You can tell us and you don't have to do it. But if you like this opportunity, then you can go ahead and take a work placement in this program as well.
Okay, este programa de Public Relations es para los que son del área de comunicación, que quieran trabajar en esta área, ¿no? Aquí en Canadá. También les da un poco de experiencia, ¿no? En la industria. Bueno, creo que es esto lo que, porque va a haber un work placement y eso es lo más importante, ¿no? De este programa. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Now, in terms of public relation, again, I want to tell you that the jobs for people within PR have increased by 30% in Toronto. So this is another one of those fields where there are many jobs available for people.
Okay. Los programas de el área de Public Relations han aumentado 30% en Toronto. Además de que hay bastantes oportunidades en el área ejecutiva, para retener talentos y también es una combinación muy buena con digital marketing. Entonces, creo que ustedes van a tener muy buen perfil si hacen estos dos programas. Thank you, Basha.
Okay, then comes the two IT programs. So backend and blockchain is a really interesting program. We are the first and only Canadian university that offers a certificate program in blockchain development. And this program is designed for people that have some sort of knowledge of JavaScript, and ideally students that have completed a degree in computer science or network technology or computer engineering, web development, or something else that is related to that.
Okay. Backend es un programa nuevo que por primera vez la universidad, bueno, por primera vez está siendo ofrecido con un posgrado en una universidad. Entonces, York University está lanzando este programa que está también bastante en demanda y es para los profesionales que tienen alguna experiencia o conocen JavaScript o que son graduados en Computer Science, en Network Technology o en Ingeniería de Computación o Web Developer. Okay, Bashar.
Okay, the other key highlight about this program is also the capstone course that we have in this program. As an option, we provide the students an option to work on a project with a local company for 1 month after completing this program in the capstone course. So if the student is interested in getting some work experience, they will also have that opportunity to do so in this program as a part of their capstone course.
Perfecto. Este programa les va a dar oportunidad también de trabajar en el mercado, porque incluye un capstone de experiencia profesional en la industria. Entonces vale la pena bastante. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. The last program I'll talk to you about is the Certificate in Cybersecurity Operations. Again, we are the only university in Canada that offers a full-time certificate program, postgraduate in cybersecurity operations. This program aligns with 2 CompTIA designations, so Security Plus and CYSA Plus. So basically, when you complete our certificate, we will also be preparing you for the Security Plus and CYSA certifications. And as a part of the program, we will also give our students exam vouchers. So their fees for these 2 certificates is already covered also. We will prepare them and then we give them exam vouchers and they can take those exams and they can also get Security Plus and CYSA certifications along with the York University Cybersecurity Certificate. So basically you're getting 3 credentials and they are very important for these IT professionals, something that will be very useful for them.
Perfecto. Aquí ustedes van a tener, quien es del área de cybersecurity, van a tener oportunidad de ganar esta certificación internacional, CompTIA Designations, para quien es de cybersecurity analista o information security. Entonces, es excelente esto para los profesionales en esta área, ¿no? Para que puedan tener una certificación reconocida internacionalmente, vale la pena. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. And also, again, in terms of the job opportunities, as you can see from this slide, there has been a 19% growth in cybersecurity jobs in Toronto. So there are many jobs available for cybersecurity professionals. And also the salaries for cybersecurity professionals in Canada, even the average salary is actually quite high. So if you see here, $71,000 a year is the average salary for a cybersecurity analyst in Canada. And that gives you a brief idea of what type of money you can earn after becoming a cybersecurity professional.
Sí, aquí ustedes pueden ver una idea de salario que ustedes pueden ganar trabajando como cybersecurity analista, $71,000 anuales. Y está en altísima demanda ha aumentado 19% la demanda de estos profesionales en Toronto. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. So this is the end of the program slides. Now comes the entry requirements part, which is the important part also. So in terms of entry requirements, it's quite straightforward. Number one, academic requirements. So students need a bachelor's degree with at least 60% average marks or a grade C minimum. Now, if your curriculum is different and you have a percentage system or a GPA system, I'm not sure, but you have to convert it and see, as long as it's 60%, you will meet the academic requirements.
Ok, para poder entrar en estos programas de posgrado, necesitamos sus notas de la universidad y que tienen que tener mínimo 60% de aprobación. En algunos programas hasta 70%. Y un programa, si es un college, ¿no? Sería un 70% de aprobación, o sea, de media. Y también necesitamos para los programas de digital marketing, public relations, blockchain, cybersecurity, human resources, un statement, o sea, una carta de motivación, el por qué ustedes quieren hacer estos programas, además del resumen, o sea, del CV. Y el nivel de inglés que se necesita es un IELTS 6.0 académico o un Duolingo de 104, mínimo de 104. Además de eso, para el inglés de blockchain o cybersecurity sí piden un poco más. Ahí piden 6.5 overall. Y con 6.5 en cada componente. O sea que no es poco, ¿no? Pero solamente para esos programas de blockchain o cybersecurity. Pero para el resto es un poquito mejor. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you, Carmen. And I can see that you've already translated the letter part as well. So there's just a couple of things I would like to mention about the process. If you can please also tell the students that we do not require any high school documents at all. We don't look at high school documents. The only thing we need from students is their bachelor degree certificate and the bachelor degree transcript, like the full transcript showing all the courses they've taken and the final grade, and their English language score. Those are mainly the two documents that we ask for. But sometimes in some programs, such as the ones you just mentioned, we will also ask for a CV and maybe a small video of interest. But for example, business administration is one program where you don't need to give a video and you don't need to give a CV as well. All you need to send us is the bachelor degree transcript certificate and the English language proficiency score. But then in some other programs, you will also be required to provide a video and a CV in addition.
Perfecto. Ok, en estos programas, el statement, ¿no? O sea, el interés del por qué ustedes quieren hacer este programa, lo tienen que hacer en un vídeo. Para estos programas, especialmente Digital Marketing, Public Relations, Blockchain, Cybersecurity, Human Resources y Accounting. Además de esto, esto no garantiza que los programas puedan, o sea, que los podamos aceptar, que la universidad los pueda aceptar. De todos modos, otro detalle es que no necesitamos tampoco las high school, la secundaria, no necesitamos las notas de la secundaria, solamente de la universidad o del college, si hayan hecho algún diploma de mínimo 3 años.
Yeah. And with the students that might have already been inside Canada, and let's say if they already did a diploma or something inside Canada, we also accept students with 3-year Canadian diplomas or equivalent. If they don't have a bachelor's and they have a 3-year Canadian diploma, we can also accept them. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is about the processing times for the application. I know this is very important because students don't want to wait for months and months for a decision. So the good thing here at York University is that the processing times, even though formally, as per the email you will receive from the university, it might say 4 to 6 weeks. However, in 99% of the cases from my markets, which are called diversity markets, including Peru and Latin America, the application will be processed very quickly. Most of the times I see offers go out in about 1 week's time, usually, or sometimes even quicker than that. So that's definitely something for students to know about.
Perfect. Me olvidé de comentarles que el diploma del college que ustedes puedan tener, aquí dice 3 años mínimo Canadian College Diploma, ¿ok? Si es de otros países probablemente no sea aceptado, pero si es alguien que viene a estudiar y hizo un college aquí en Canadá, pues se le puede aceptar si ha hecho mínimo 3 años de college en Canadá. Y otro detalle es que creo que el tiempo de análisis o de evaluación de la aplicación puede ser hecho en apenas 2 semanas, lo que es muy efectivo. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. I also wanted to tell students that if your English is a little weak and you don't have an IELTS 6.0 or 104 in Duolingo, we still have an option to give conditional acceptance to those students with an English language program. So York University has an English program called the academic program. And if, for example, you have a student who has a 5.5 band in IELTS, or let's say a 90 in Duolingo, then the student can come and do an 8 weeks English program with us and then start their certificate program after completing the 8-week English program. Of course, this program is a separate program, which means there is an additional fees for the English program, but at least there is the option for the student to improve their English and still get conditional admission into the certificate if they are not meeting the English language requirements.
Ok, si ustedes no tienen el inglés suficiente para entrar en el programa, ustedes pueden hacer la prueba de inglés de la propia York University o para ver si es que se les puede colocar en pathway con la universidad. ¿Ok? Entonces creo que es eso. Sí. Thank you, Bashar. I'm just saying that you can offer also pathway through the English program.
English program, perfect. Now comes the most interesting part, the tuition fees. So as you can see from this slide, 4 out of the 8 certificates we offer are only $15,199 for a 1-year program. Now, if you compare this with other colleges based, let's say just in Toronto, so let's say Centennial, let's say Seneca College, let's say Humber College, or one of those other colleges, you'll see that even their tuition fees is higher than our tuition fees. So, you know, this makes us a very, very good option because number one, we are not a college, we are a university, and our programs, even though we are a university, they are still cheaper than the colleges. Now, business administration, the most popular program is only $15,199. Accounting is $15,199. Digital marketing is also $15,199. And public relations, which is with that work placement, is also $15,199. And then we have some other programs which are slightly more expensive, but they are still cheaper as compared to sometimes other institutions. So cybersecurity, for example, is $17,864. Advanced accounting is $17,099. And then the 2 most expensive programs, blockchain, because blockchain is the most specialized program we have, it's $20,099. And human resource management is $18,999.
Okay. Thank you. Aquí ustedes pueden ver los precios de cada programa. Esto está en dólar canadiense y pueden ver que la mayoría de los programas está a $15,199. Solo hay algunos programas que son más altos, ¿no? Por ejemplo, este de Human Resources y el de Blockchain, que son blockchain es una especialidad nueva y en altísima demanda. Pero hay muchos programas con buen precio, inclusive más baratos que los colleges ofrecen en Ontario. Thank you, Bashar.
And lastly, I just wanted to mention that like most universities in Canada, we also have an application fees for the students to apply to York, and the application fees is $79. However, I would like to take this opportunity to extend a promotion for your students coming through Overseas Frontiers, so through your office. We'll be happy to look at waiving the application fees for the applicants that will apply through you for January or for the May intake. So you can tell your students about this. This is a promotion just for your students. So if they wish to apply for January or May, they can apply through your office and we can give them an application fees waiver.
Ok, chicos, ya saben, hay una promoción que se la están dando solamente a Overseas Frontiers para quien quiera venir en enero o mayo del próximo año. La matrícula de $79 va a ser gratis, ok, para ustedes. Si es que hacen la matrícula con nosotros, con Overseas Frontiers. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Now, I'm just going to quickly try and wrap this up because I know we have to answer some questions from students also, but I just want to tell you quickly about the student services at York because they are very important. So we have residence and meal plans. We have homestay available through third-party health insurance. Of course, we all know it's compulsory in Canada. Keep Me Safe 24/7 international student support line. So if you're a student and you're new in Canada, you're living somewhere on campus and you have a problem with something, you don't have to worry. There is a phone number, you call that and someone will help you there from York University. Our students also have access to the same library and same gym facilities that all other students have that are doing bachelor or master's programs. So it's the same as all other students.
Perfecto. Aquí ustedes tienen más o menos una idea de las cosas que la universidad puede ofrecerles a nivel de ayuda dentro de la universidad para los que necesiten, por ejemplo, vivir en la residencia estudiantil o en en una homestay fuera de la universidad. La York University tiene unas oficinas de ayuda a los international students que les puede ayudar con todo esto, además del seguro de salud, acceso a la librería, Keeping Me Safe 24/7 y también otras cosas más, ¿no? Probablemente lo que la mayoría tiene, que es ayuda con la parte de búsqueda de trabajo. Okay, Bashar, I think that we have it. We almost getting on to the end.
Yes.
And we have a lot of questions in here. I would like to tell them that we will answer all the questions if we have the time. And
Sure.
Also, I don't know if you still have something else to share with them.
I think I've covered almost most part of my presentation. So I'm happy to answer any questions that students have. I think it's, let's take this time to answer the questions that students have asked. So, okay. Carmen, do you want me to read the question myself and just answer them, or how would you like to?
No, I can read the questions for you. Also, I would like to introduce quickly here our immigrant consultant, Ivoni Navas, that she will help us to answer some questions about immigration as well. Please put it all por favor, pongan sus preguntas si es relacionada a inmigración también en el chat. Ok.
Gracias, Carmen.
Aquí, sí.
A sus órdenes. Sí. Bueno, Carmen ya hizo el favor de presentarme. Es un gusto de apoyar a Overseas Frontiers con esta presentación. Y bueno, hemos Carmen y yo hemos colaborado ya por bastante tiempo juntas en la parte migratoria con los study permits, work permits, postgraduate work permits para sus clientes y es un placer servirlos. Entonces, estoy aquí a sus órdenes para contestar las preguntas migratorias que tengan y para consultas conmigo pueden dirigirlas a través de Carmen y Overseas Frontiers. A sus órdenes.
Gracias. Entonces vamos a ir iniciando con las preguntas aquí. A ver, si son preguntas de inmigración, te voy a pedir, Ivonne, que las respondas. Si son preguntas normales que de educación, pues las responderemos yo y Bashar. Ok, entonces, Bashar, you have it, something else in the screen now.
Yes, so Carmen, I actually just wanted to very quickly show students this letter that I was telling you about. So we also have a support letter for our students that students will receive this letter along with their letter of acceptance, which they will use to apply for the study permit. So this is a letter that goes to the visa office, of course, the visa officer. It's addressed to the visa officer, and it will talk about this program, and it tells the visa officer about what type of program and what type of people will come into this program, what type of school we are, and about the eligibility requirements, like all the stuff that we look at before giving a student an offer for this program. And we think that this is definitely great because this is going to support the students with their visa applications to Canada. So I just wanted to share that any students that apply to our certificate programs or our English language programs, they will also receive this letter to support with their visa applications.
Perfect. Ok, ustedes están bastante bien servidos con York University, inclusive una carta de soporte para que puedan conseguir su visa de estudiante, la universidad también les va a ofrecer. Además de, claro, la LOA, ¿no? La carta de aceptación. Entonces, Marcel Valeriano, ¿tienes una pregunta? ¿No la has puesto en el chat? No sé si es que es una pregunta urgente.
No, bueno, yo espero que terminen de leer las preguntas. Tengo una pregunta que de repente es común para todos, pero por orden de la secuencia espero que lean las preguntas y después lanzo la mía.
Ya, ok, vamos a intentar ver todas rápidamente. Entonces, muchísimas gracias, Marcel, si puedes esperar. Ok, está Bashar, these people, David asking if the minimum IELTS for, what is the minimum IELTS for IT programs?
It's 6.5 for the 2 IT programs, but all other programs are 6.0. So because these 2 IT programs are more specialized in nature, we need students to have a slightly higher language proficiency. So we need an overall 6.5 with each band also 6.5. However, in some cases, when the student's profile is very strong, let's say they have an overall 6.5, but maybe one section with 6.0. Then we can still look at their application and they might still be accepted. However, it's on a case-to-case basis.
Okay. Sí, bueno, David, pues solo para responderte, sí se va a analizar, pero se necesita 6.5 overall. Y si tienes una nota un poco baja en algún skill, la universidad lo va a analizar caso a caso. Ok, Hans pregunta, he asked, hello Bashar, I did a pathway with ILAC and I got it a good score. Do I need to take another IELTS exam? Thank you for having more than 20 years of experience in different, he have 20 years in experience in different companies in Peru. I know that he's Peruvian.
Okay, so basically, sometimes we can, well, not exempt, yeah, let's say exempt the students' English language, IELTS and stuff based on their education from an English language speaking country, for example, and stuff. But unfortunately, we cannot waive the English condition based on work experience. So the fact that you have an ILAC program is good, but because we are a public university, we don't have a pathway with ILAC, which means we don't automatically accept their English programs as meeting our requirements for English. I think the easiest way for you, Hans, will be to maybe just take a Duolingo test. You know, it's the closest and easiest and quickest test that you can do. And you can complete it in, I think, a day or two. You get the results in 2 or 3 days, I believe. So if you take the Duolingo, you will know your English language level. And this would be the easiest way to apply to us to meet the English requirements.
Perfect. Okay,
Thank
there
you.
is another question here for Eloy to you, Bashar. Hi, how much is necessary to live in Toronto for 1 academic year?
So that's an interesting question, Eloy. I mean, it all depends on your lifestyle. Like if you're gonna live in downtown Toronto next to CN Tower, then of course it's gonna be very expensive, right? But if you're gonna live in Mississauga or Brampton or Scarborough or, you know, one of the GTA areas, then you're looking at a lower cost in terms of living overall, including accommodation. Please keep in mind, one of the biggest expenses for you in Canada will be accommodation, of course. And then depending on where you live, traveling could be another expense that you need to keep in mind. Now, a lot of students, what they do is when they come here, they live in sharing with other people. So let's say there are 3 students. All of you get like a 2-bedroom apartment, and then you share the rent amongst yourself. That way, your cost of living will come down considerably. For example, I give you an example. I live in Mississauga, which is, you know, maybe like 25 kilometers from the campus. And if you're getting like a basement in a house, 2-bedroom basement, you can get it for as cheap as $1,500 a month, or maybe $1,700, $1,800 a month. And then you divide this with 2 people or 3 people. So you're each paying like $600 a month, for example. That's for your accommodation. And then traveling, you'll get a travel pass, you get a monthly pass that will save you some money. I would say, well, for me, I think you might even be able to survive in like $1,500, for example, per month. But it all depends on how you're going to spend. And keep in mind that in Canada, you are allowed to work part-time when you're off classes, like on vacation. You're allowed to work up to 40 hours at that time. So sometimes students use the opportunity when they get breaks to get, you know, some more earnings, like, you know, you do some more hours to get some additional money. But even if you're doing 20 hours a week, it's the minimum wage rate in Canada is $15 an hour, right? So let's calculate this. $15 an hour, 20 hours a week, it's $300. So in a month, you're looking at around $1,300, $1,400. So again, depending on how much you're earning, maybe 15 is the minimum wage rate. You might be earning $20 an hour, which means you're earning $1,600 per month. So, you know, people can sort of sometimes just pay for their expenses even from their part-time job here in Canada. It all depends on your living style.
I hope if they are coming with a couple, in a couple, right, will help a lot, because one is going to study, another going to work full time. That will help.
So
sí,
absolutely, I think that's a fantastic option.
Yeah. Hay esa opción para quien viene ya casado, que el acompañante del estudiante puede trabajar full time y el estudiante solo part time. Entonces ahí se ayudan juntamente para levantar más dinero por mes. Hans is asking again, do you have a special department to help students find a job during after studies?
Okay, so there was one slide on the presentation that I did not do because of time. When it comes to student services, we have something called 10,000 Coffees, which is like a networking platform for our students to connect with people from the industry. And these are employers, like people that work in different companies in Toronto. So when you associate with these people, you will get to know more about the different opportunities. For example, let's say one of the instructors, the person who's teaching you in the program, he's already working as a senior manager in a company as a cybersecurity or something, right? Now, because he's already working there, when they have positions coming up in their organizations, of course, the first priority they'll see is for the students that are in this program, because they know that these students are being prepared for the job market and they are the teachers for these programs. So we provide a lot of opportunities for networking, which will eventually lead to other opportunities. Similarly, we also have an artificial intelligence platform, and students can use that platform to prepare their CV, do their preparation for job interviews, and take some small LinkedIn courses and all that type of stuff. So we do all of these services to help our students get jobs. And please also keep in mind that because York is one of Canada's largest universities and we are established since 1959, we have a very good reputation amongst local employers. So a lot of companies in Toronto, they know about York University, which also means that it helps you with your jobs. But to answer your question specifically, no, because we are not an employment, like it's not an employment services, right? So unfortunately, we cannot help you with putting you into a job or something like that, but we will provide you with all the platforms and information and resources to be successful in finding a job.
Perfect. Ok, Alejandro, sí, Hans, yo creo que entendiste porque tu nivel de inglés es alto, no necesito traducirlo. Alejandro is asking about how much will cost the program, English program, if you need to do a pathway in there.
Yeah, so the English program it's $3,560 for 8 weeks of English at York University. And the number of weeks you need will depend on your current English language score. So for example, if you're at the 5.5 level, we know that you will need only 8 weeks. But if you're at an 5.0 level, then you might need 16 weeks, which means you have to do 2 terms. So it becomes a lot more expensive, which is why we suggest this option mainly for students that have, let's say, a 5.5 score. Now, let's say you're doing business administration. So your course fees is $15,199 plus your English language fees is $3,560. So overall, still along with the English, your total program is still going to cost you less than $19,000, which is still very reasonable because in some colleges or institutions, you might just be paying for certificate $19,000. And here the program, including English, is $19,000. And we are, again, I would like to differentiate that we are not a college, we are a university and Canada's 3rd largest. So our tuition fees being based in Toronto is of course different to, and our English Language Institute is not a private institute because we are a university-based language institute. Our tuition fees is slightly higher than other private language providers.
Ok, entonces en el fondo la respuesta es 3,550 por el programa de inglés. Ok, para quien necesite hacer un pathway con la universidad. Por
¿Me podría decir de nuevo, por favor?
¿Cómo dice? Disculpa.
No llegué a escuchar el monto final. ¿Cuánto dijo? Disculpe.
3,550 Canadians por un term de 3 meses aproximadamente.
Thank you.
Ya. Ok, entonces, a ver, tenemos otra pregunta que creo que para no demorarnos, vamos a tentar, yo las voy a tentar responder. Fátima, ¿en qué consiste el Summer Immersion Program? Esto es un programa para quien quiera venir solamente en el verano, hacer algún curso de inglés de 1 o 2 meses. Eso no te da opción de derecho de trabajar. Eso fue tu pregunta. César pregunta si se puede aplicar a un permiso de trabajo de medio tiempo para el estudiante y de tiempo completo para la pareja, hora de estudiar este programa. Y 2, si quiere estudiar inglés antes de empezar el programa, este permiso si existiera puede aplicar. Ivonne, ¿tú les puedes responder a César Portillo?
Claro. Sí, ¿a qué programa específico se está refiriendo para aplicar al permiso de trabajo?
Sería cualquier uno de estos programas de un año de posgrado.
Ah, ok. Sí, bueno, York, obviamente por ser escuela pública, sus programas aún de certificado, de diploma, de bachelor's, todos son elegibles y calificados para otorgar el permiso de trabajo al aplicante principal y ofrecen el beneficio migratorio de aplicar al permiso de trabajo para la pareja. Sin embargo, vi aquí en el chat que quizás se refiera a un programa de Summer Immersion. No, esos programas, o sea, todos los programas que sean de idiomas o menores de 8 meses, o sea, programas que no sean calificados, no tienen elegibilidad para el permiso de trabajo ni para el aplicante ni para la pareja. Hay que tener mucho cuidado con eso. Tienen que ser programas de mayores a 8 meses y tienen que ser programas de post-secondary education, higher education. ¿Ok?
Yeah. Bashar, there is a question here. These programs, for example, business administration program or management, they can use those credits towards the master, any master at the York University?
Right. So first of all, please be mindful that York's postgraduate master's programs are extremely competitive programs, especially when you talk about business. Through the Schulich School of Business is actually one of Canada's leading institutes of business. And for example, of our MBA program it costs about $100,000 for international students. So it is extremely expensive. Some other degrees might be slightly lower, but you're still looking at least $25,000 a year for a master's program at York. So keep that in mind, please. And secondly, York, if you're looking at progressing for a master's into York University's masters, these are non-for-credit programs. So they don't give you a credit for a York master's. However, if you apply to any other university outside of York University, it's up to the receiving university to see if they can give you credits. In the past, we have had students that applied to some other universities outside Ontario, for example, and we saw that some of them got credits, some of them did not get any credits. So it will depend on which university you apply for.
Okay, sí, entonces sí se puede tentar en otra universidad, pero no en la de York University. Tus créditos de esos programas de posgraduación no te pueden servir como créditos para algún máster que tú quieras seguir en York University. Ok, Carlos Ibérico pregunta, si me otorgan la visa para estudiar en la universidad, ¿puedo trabajar a medio tiempo? ¿Mi esposa podría obtener una visa de trabajo? ¿Mis hijos de 13 años podrían estudiar en una escuela pública? Ivonne, parece que es bastante parecida a la otra pregunta anterior, pero
Sí.
¿quieres responder?
Sí, bueno, la primera parte la respondimos en la respuesta anterior. Sí, efectivamente es un programa elegible para que el aplicante principal y la esposa puedan trabajar. Y los hijos, sí, tienen la elegibilidad para poder obtener educación gratuita. Esto no es un derecho, no es algo así por automático que les corresponda. Esta decisión siempre va a depender de lo que le llaman el catchment area, el distrito escolar de la zona que corresponda en donde van a vivir. Se recomienda ampliamente que los hijos, si están en edad escolar, en periodos de kindergarten hasta grado 12, que es el último año del high school, que apliquen desde el país de origen a un permiso de estudios. Por lo general la respuesta es sí. De hecho, nunca hemos tenido ninguna situación en donde los niños no puedan estudiar, siempre y cuando el programa sea elegible, esté todo en regla con los padres, en donde ya sea el padre o la madre sean poseedores de un permiso válido de estudios. Los hijos, como ya lo comenté, en edad escolar desde kindergarten hasta grado 12, pueden acceder la educación pública y se recomienda ampliamente que ellos también apliquen a un permiso de estudios antes de viajar a Canadá junto con los padres, o sea que se aplique para los procesos migratorios en familia.
Ok, perfecto. Ahora la pregunta de Alejandro es para ti también. Tengo una familia que vive hace muchos años en Toronto. ¿Me podría ayudar de algún modo en cuanto a la inmigración o la visa? Está con toda la disposición de apoyarme.
Sí. ¿Qué relación tiene el familiar? O sea, ¿es hermano, hermana, tía, primo, mamá, papá, hijo? ¿Cuál es la
Ajá.
relación familiar?
Ivonne. Hola, Ivonne, ¿logras escucharme?
¿Sí?
Sí, sí, es en realidad la hermana de mi abuela. Entonces ella tiene mucho tiempo allá,
Ok.
viviendo.
Entonces ¿qué sería tuya?
Tía,
¿Tu
abuela.
tía? Tía abuela.
Sí,
Ok.
sí.
Bueno, desafortunadamente e irónicamente, lejos de beneficiarte, te puede afectar. Puede tener un impacto muy negativo en tu aplicación inicial si tú declaras en tu permiso de estudios que tienes un familiar viviendo en Canadá, porque esto por lo general inmigración lo toma como ties in Canada, ¿verdad? Y esto le resta al arraigo que tú puedes demostrar en tu país. Irónicamente lo digo, o sea, te va a afectar, puede tener un impacto detrimental y puede tener un impacto negativo en tu aplicación inicial. Sin embargo, cuando se llega a la etapa de elegibilidad para la residencia permanente, el tener una hermana o hermano biológicos, o sea, no incluyen los tíos, los abuelos, los primos, los tíos, pero tener una hermana directa de alguno de los aplicantes principales, ahí sí puede ayudar porque otorgan puntos adicionales, ¿verdad? Otorgan puntos adicionales dentro de lo que le llaman el Comprehensive Ranking System para la evaluación de la mayoría de las plataformas migratorias. Pero si es una tía lejana, tía abuela, no, eso no califica dentro del Family Class y tampoco calificaría como para otorgarte puntos. Y bueno, definitivamente te va a ayudar de manera ya personal, ¿verdad? Te puede ayudar en cuanto a quizá ayudarte en cuanto a orientación para dónde vivir, en cuanto a guía para ver dónde encontrar muchas cosas, pero inclusive no se recomienda que se mencione para nada al momento de la aplicación.
Ujú. ¿Y por qué vendría a ser una desventaja decirlo?
Porque el gobierno siempre, cuando se presenta, a ver, hay muchas categorías migratorias, ¿no? O sea, hay más de 80 categorías migratorias, pero en este caso en particular, en esta presentación, estamos explorando las vías para emigrar a través de estudios, ¿verdad? Entonces, enfocándonos en esa área, se va a aplicar para un permiso de estudios inicial y en esta etapa no se puede declarar la dura intención de que se quiere emigrar. Todos lo sabemos que la mayoría de los estudiantes, su objetivo final, la gran mayoría es lograr la residencia permanente a través de los estudios. Pero los oficiales quieren ver que haya intenciones de regresar al país, que haya un arraigo. Entonces, cuando un aplicante declara que ya tiene familiares viviendo en Canadá, eso puede ser un punto en contra en donde el gobierno lo puede interpretar. Ahora sí que todo queda sujeto a la discreción de un oficial de inmigración, pero por lo general se interpreta que tú tienes nexos en Canadá que te van a impedir que tú regreses a tu país de origen. Y eso le va a restar, como lo había mencionado, al arraigo que tú pudieras demostrar en tu país en cuanto a familia, trabajo, nexos que tengas en tu país.
Ujú. Entonces, solamente vendría a ser como un tema de estudio y ahí queda. Por más de que muchos querramos postular para los papeles y todo eso, nuestro objetivo principal es demostrar que queremos estudiar y regresar, ¿así?
Correcto. Ya obviamente cuando termines tu programa de estudios, cuando llegues a la elegibilidad del Posgraduate Work Permit, cuando acumules experiencia canadiense, que se demuestre ya que se tienen los exámenes oficiales de inglés o que tienes una oferta de trabajo, una nominación provincial, puede haber muchas estrategias, ¿verdad? Para lograr la residencia permanente y la mayoría de los candidatos lo hacen, ¿verdad? El 95% de los estudiantes logran su residencia permanente con una buena guía, con un buen programa, y York tiene toda la elegibilidad para hacerlo, por lo que ya se comentó, ¿no? Es una universidad pública y por lo que estuve escuchando tiene muchos recursos de apoyo para graduaciones exitosas, colocación en empleos profesionales. Entonces, sí, es una vía que se recomienda mucho.
Ok, voy a intentar responder a Fátima y a ver, ¿quién más me preguntó? Hizo la misma pregunta. Sí, a Al, no sé quién es Al. Pero bueno, ellos quieren hacer un programa de, por ejemplo, Fátima quiere hacer un programa de IT en Audit Execution, que solamente es de 3 meses. Entonces, este programa no es elegible para ni el Postgraduation Work Permit, tampoco puedes trabajar durante ese tiempo porque es muy corto. Igual pasa con el programa de Entrepreneurship. Entonces, lo que sí se recomienda es que hagas un programa que sea mínimo de 8 meses o de 1 año para que puedas conseguir tu Postgraduation Work Permit y puedas ganar tu visa de estudiante. Si es un programa de menos tiempo, pues te arriesgas a que no te den visa de estudiante. Y si es menos de 6 meses, menos todavía, solamente te van a dar la visa de turista, ¿no? Entonces, porque puedes hacer ese programa probablemente hasta online.
Sí. Complementando a esta respuesta que acabas de mencionar, Carmen,
sí.
efectivamente tiene que ser una duración mínima, ¿verdad? Para que el programa sea elegible al Postgraduate Work Permit. Pero también cuidando la sanidad mental de nuestros estudiantes y sobre todo tomando muy en cuenta los tiempos de procesamiento que hay para todo. Inclusive los programas de certificados, por ejemplo, que son de 12 meses, a pesar de que son elegibles para el Postgraduate Work Permit de 1 año, créanme que 1 año realmente no es suficiente para que ustedes logren todo lo que se necesita para la elegibilidad, pero lo más importante para incrementar sus oportunidades de que reciban un ITA, un Invitation to Apply. O sea, en 1 año quiere decir que ustedes ya tienen que haber acumulado la experiencia de trabajo en Canadá. Quiere decir que al día siguiente de que ustedes ya tienen su Postgraduate Work Permit, ya deben de estar trabajando en una ocupación calificada del 0A o B profesional. Se acaba ese año, acumulan el año de experiencia en Canadá y ustedes en todo momento tienen que mantener un estatus legal en Canadá para aplicar a la residencia permanente. Y esos procesos por lo general duran aproximadamente 2 años. Entonces, teniendo nada más 1 año de Postgraduate Work Permit, realmente no es suficiente a menos que ustedes se quieran regresar a su país y aplicar desde el país a la residencia permanente. Y si no, vamos a tener que, o sea, les va a costar más muchas veces el tener que aplicar, por ejemplo, a un visitor record que no les va a permitir trabajar, pero con tal de que puedan mantener su estatus legal en Canadá mientras esperan el procesamiento de la residencia permanente. Y otra cosa, ¿sí?
Que lo bueno que en York University ellos pueden hacer 2 programas de 1 año.
Exacto. Y otra cosa bien importante que hacen muchos estudiantes como estrategia inteligente es de que obviamente todos sabemos que en muchos países de América Latina nuestra economía está muy golpeada. Bueno, eso está en todo el mundo en este momento. Pero, por ejemplo, si para el visado, si se evalúa que nada más se tienen fondos suficientes para cubrir 1 año para un certificado, por ejemplo, y que se tienen fondos para cubrir un año de certificado, se puede hacer una extensión dentro del mismo país, dentro de Canadá, para agregar otro año de estudios. Entonces, si combinamos 1 año más 1 año de 2 certificados, obviamente cumpliendo como todos ciertos términos y condiciones, y si los 2 certificados son compatibles y calificados, entonces 1 año igual a 1 año de Postgraduate Work Permit, pero 1 más 1, por ejemplo, un certificado de 1 año más un certificado de 1 año, entonces ahí se tiene elegibilidad de hasta 3 años del Postgraduate Work Permit. El Postgraduate Work Permit solamente se otorga una sola vez en la vida, entonces no es de que, a ver, estudio 1 año y aplico para el Postgraduate Work Permit. Pero como no me alcanzó el tiempo, luego voy a regresar y voy a estudiar otro año para que me den otro año el Postgraduate Work Permit. No funciona así. Entonces, planeen muy bien, planeen muy estratégicamente, ¿verdad? Su proyecto de vida en cuanto a tiempos, porque un error, ¿verdad?
Claro,
En mala calculación
por eso
puede
ofrecemos
ser catastrófico.
Sí,
Sí.
en este caso ofrecemos por eso 2 programas que se complementan para los estudiantes, 2 programas de 1 año de postgraduation. La última pregunta que creo que es también para ti, Bonnie, es, hay un chico de José Guerra que dice que tiene un pasaporte de la Comunidad Europea. ¿Él necesita visa?
Sí, bueno, por lo general hay que evaluar exactamente de qué país de la Comunidad Europea, ¿verdad? Porque aún dentro de países que son miembros de la Comunidad Europea, no todos son visa exempt. Si tu país es lo que le llaman visa exempt de algún lugar de la Comunidad Europea, la única ventaja que tienes es de que, valga la redundancia, no necesitas visa específica para ingresar a Canadá. Puedes ingresar a Canadá con lo que le llaman un ETA, un Electronic Travel Authorization, pero ojo, mucha atención. El ETA no es una visa. El ETA es un documento electrónico que te autoriza viajar a Canadá, pero tu ingreso a Canadá, el tiempo que vas a permanecer, que puede ser desde un día hasta 180 días, va a depender de la total discreción de un oficial de inmigración que te recibe en el puerto de entrada. Y ahí, si el oficial decide que puedes ingresar con tu ETA, con tu Electronic Travel Authorization, entonces ahí ellos determinan que ingresaste al país con un estatus de visitante, ¿verdad? Pero con este estatus de visitante, tú solamente puedes estudiar un programa, por ejemplo, de inglés, o un programa que sea menor a 6 meses sin la necesidad de un permiso de estudios. Obviamente esto te da esta ventaja como miembro de la, o sea, como un poseedor de un pasaporte de la comunidad europea.
Ok, la última pregunta aquí es de Marcel y creo que yo la voy a poder responder porque él dice que quiere hacer 2 años de programa de IT para poder trabajar y estudiar, pero no tiene mucho inglés, entonces que piensa estudiar 6 meses de inglés para que antes de entrar en el curso académico, y tiene una niña de 8 años para que ella pueda también estudiar. Solamente que quiero comunicarte, Marcel, que para que si tú quieres, si tu intención es venir con toda tu familia para hacer esos 6 meses de inglés aquí en Canadá, ni tú ni tu esposa van a poder trabajar y ni tu hijo va a poder estudiar durante el tiempo del inglés, pero sí en el tiempo del curso académico. Entonces, lo más conveniente hoy en día es que hagas el inglés tal vez online, y eso nosotros tenemos varias promociones de inglés online para que puedas hacer esos 6 meses de inglés ahí en tu país a un precio súper barato. Tengo promociones de $100 por semana. Y cuando ya estés con el inglés listo para entrar en el curso académico, ya vas a poder venir listo con la visa de trabajo para tu esposa y para ti también, no solamente de estudiante, sino con derecho a trabajar hasta 20 horas por semana, y tu hija va a poder estudiar en la escuela pública gratuita, pero no durante esos 6 meses que tú piensas hacer de inglés aquí en Canadá. No, Ivonne está aquí para confirmar eso.
Sí, es correcto, Carmen. Y de hecho, bueno, antes sí era posible, de hecho, sí sigue siendo posible, pero es un riesgo que no les recomendamos correr. Cada vez más, últimamente se han recibido negaciones de visa por esa razón, en donde se emiten cartas condicionales que están sujetas al que se cumpla con el requisito del inglés, o bien se aprueban los visados, pero se aprueban nada más por el tiempo del inglés. Y como ya lo mencionó Carmen, esto les va a limitar la flexibilidad de que pueda trabajar el aplicante principal, el dependiente o sea, la esposa o la pareja, y que los niños tampoco van a poder acudir a la escuela. Realmente, lo que les recomendó Carmen de hacer el programa en línea y de cumplir con el requisito, y también de esa manera se van a ahorrar el dinero de un proceso migratorio extra, para que de esa manera, una vez que ya cumplan con el requisito del inglés, ya solamente tengan que aplicar directo a los visados del permiso de estudio, permiso de trabajo y el permiso de estudio de los hijos dependientes.
Es la mejor estrategia. Entonces aquí preguntan cuál es la promoción que tenemos. Tenemos varias escuelas, ahorita tenemos 3 escuelas que están en promoción a $100 por semana, 20 horas por semana de inglés aquí en Canadá online. O sea que en realidad ustedes no necesitan venir aquí a estudiar su inglés en persona, gastar en alquiler, en comida, pasaje y todo esto, cuando lo pueden hacer en sus propias casas, en horario de por la noche, nocturno o hasta sábado o domingo incluidos, ¿no? Entonces, yo les voy a hacer les voy a dar esa información una vez que ustedes me respondan el email que les voy a enviar con el vídeo del YouTube que estamos grabando. Ok, yo creo que ya llegamos al final de la presentación. No sé si hay más alguna cosa que quieran agregar, porque le voy a pedir a Bashar también que se despida y ya nos vamos dentro de poco. Ivonne, muchísimas gracias por tu participación. Gracias, Ivonne. Ya te puedes despedir porque ya nos vamos a tener que despedir. Bashar, thank you for your presentation. It was really great. I am saying goodbye to everybody because we know that everybody here is busy and
Yes.
we actually
thank
passed
you.
the time that's supposed to be doing this conference, right?
That's right. No, I appreciate you having me on this event, and Carmen, and I hope that the students attending the session today will explore York University's certificate programs as an option, and I'm very happy that we did this event. So I look forward to some of these students applying through you, and like we discussed, we can give them some application fee waivers for the first few students that apply through you guys. Thank you for having me at this event, and all of you have a great evening or rest of the day moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone, and thanks for having us, Carmen. I'll say goodbye, adiós. Estamos a sus órdenes. Chao.
Gracias, Ivonne. Thank you. Goodbye. Gracias.